Welcome everyone. So my name is Emery Thomas. I'm a modern workplace consultant at Avanade, and I'm also a Microsoft MVP for SharePoint and Microsoft 365 development. You can find me on GitHub and reach out to me on Blue Sky and LinkedIn. And today I'm going to talk to you about the Refresh Rangers initiative and more specifically about the upgrade of the advanced comments box. So as Nello already talked about the refresh process, I will try not to repeat what he already said. Instead, I will try to focus more on the specific actions that I had to do to upgrade the specific web part. But first, let me present the advanced command box web part. So this web part was created by Sudarshan a few years ago, and it comes with a lot of cool features, such as sorting comments, the ability to attach files to comments. You can also edit, reply, and like comments. You can use hashtags, tag users. You can also preview documents directly within the web part. And you can easily identify new comment on the web part. Let me show you a quick demo of the web part. It will be even better. So here I'm on the SharePoint page on the site. I just added my web part on my page as you would do for any web part. You can find it here. And basically here you have comments, replies. I can see here that I was tagged by Lee regarding specific questions. You have preview of a document directly within the web part. Here, this is a Word document. And I can see the number of likes per comment. I can see a sorting of comments by date. I can see here that I can see the oldest comment. And the comments can also be sorted depending of the like numbers. And I can also directly access all the documents that were inserted in this web part. And I can also add a new comment here. Oh, that I can edit and even delete if I wish. So what's even more interesting with this web part is that all those cool features can be enabled or disabled directly from the property pane of the web part without any code modifications. So for instance, here I can change the date format. I can choose the shape of the profile picture. I can disable the navigation, which is the 3 tabs that we have here. Enable or disable attachments. If I enable attachments, I can choose on which document library documents will be stored. And this is the same for all other features. So that's really interesting. And the last thing I wanted to show you is how the data is stored. Because as we just seen for the documents, it is stored on a specific document library. But it is a bit different for, the content of the comments, the number of likes, the replies, and so on. For that, everything is stored on a SharePoint list within the site. So the first time you will add your web part on the site, the list will be automatically created by the web part, so you don't have to worry about that. And then you will have one SharePoint list item per page. So it means that you have a small limitation. It's that you won't be able to use the web part on the same page more than once. But that's quite fine. And so you have the title of the page, the URL of the page, and of the comment column, you have all the data of the comments of the web part. And you also have the like column to store the like data for each comment of the web part. For instance, here, so I have my comment with an ID C1, and I can see that for this comment, I have 2 likes by Emery and Adele. So that's it for the demo part of this really nice web part, and that's because I find it really, really nice that I've decided to upgrade it. Now let's switch back to the slide. And for this demo, I won't go over the code of the web part itself because Sudarshan already did it on a previous community call. So feel free to go watch the recording if you're interested. Instead, I will focus more on the web part upgrade and how I did it. So first, a quick status of the web part, SharePoint framework-wise, let's say. So it was created in 2020 using SharePoint framework version 1.9.1, so an old version of SharePoint framework, but it was regularly updated, meaning that I just had to update the web part from SharePoint framework version 1.17 to the latest version, which is 1.20. So to do that, as Nello said, I used Microsoft 365 CLI, which is really helpful. And I also had to make some small additional manual updates that I will show you. So for the packages upgrade, no surprises here. I generated my report file with all the packages that need to be upgraded and the command to do so. And the summary, you also have the summary on the report file with a script that you can execute to upgrade all packages at once. So again, as Nello said, doing that can be a bit dangerous, let's say, because if it fails, it can be complicated to roll back. But for this web part, I executed the script and it worked fine the first time, so it saved me some time. On the report, you also have some updates that you need to do on the config files of the web part. So I did that manually. And the last update that I want to talk to you about, it's not an update that you will have to do on your web part that you're working on your project or that you're building for your clients. It is an update that you need to do specifically for sample web parts in this GitHub repository. Because, as you may know, all those samples are showcased on a gallery website. And this website is using data from the sample.json file to display relevant information regarding the web part. So for instance, here you have the new update date time and the new SharePoint version value. So if I go on the gallery website, I can see that I have the correct SPFx version and the correct update date time. So to conclude this demo, again, as Nelo said, it's important to upgrade web parts regularly because if at some point you have to, for compatibility or security reasons, upgrade a web part from a really old SharePoint framework version, it can be a bit painful instead of upgrading from the just the previous SPFx version. And more specifically on the Refresh Ranger initiative, I think it was a good way to discover new samples that you can use directly on your project, or at least to give you ideas for creating web parts. And also, if you're a new contributor to the community, I think that upgrading web part is a good way for first contribution. That's it for me. Thank you very much.